Advanced general term formula we are going to study about in this video, and the formula, it's written here, new formula for us maybe, but it's going to make our solutions easier. But without using this formula also we can solve questions, and I'm going to solve for the first question. I'm going to solve the questions with both way. With this example, if we start with this example, A11 is equal to 34, the common difference is 3, find the A3, it says. If you replace the formula here directly, you can find, because A11 is equal to A3 plus, normally, 11 minus 3 times 11 minus 3 times d, it's going to be d, it is given common difference is given 3, so you are going to apply only the formula here, and it is going to be very short for us to find the value. Here let me write the formula, which formula I'm using. Here I showed this formula, an is equal to ap plus n minus p times d, it's going to be. Okay, then A11 is equal to given 34, and it's equal to here the A3 value we are looking for. 11 minus 3 is going to be equal to 8. 8 times plus 8 times 3 is going to be 34 is equal to A3 plus 24, and 34 minus 24 is going to be equal to A3. 10 is going to be equal to A3. This is the way to find the solution of the question, but we can find by using the second way in this one. Second way, we can find firstly A1, what is it? Then we can find the A3 by using that one. How to find A1? We know that A11 is equal to A1 plus 10D. We know this one. And A11 is going to be equal to 34 is equal to A1 plus 10 times 3. 34 is equal to A1 plus 30, and A1 is going to be equal to 4 here. And when we find 4, you know the A1, so it's easy to find for the A3. A1 plus 2D, it's going to be A3 is equal to 4 plus 2 times 3, that's going to be A3 is equal to 4 plus 6, which is equal to A3 is equal to 10. As you see, without using the advanced term formula, only the formula that we'll learn for the general term formula for the arithmetic sequence, I use this formula, and by using this formula I solved my question. And there's no need to learn maybe extra new formula. If you think like that, you can use the second way. If you want to memorize the formula, you can use the first way in this solution. Okay, this is again with the same logic. Find the common difference. It says an is equal to ap plus n minus p times d is going to be, and if you remember, p is equal to 1, n minus 1 times d is going to be, and A10 is equal to A5 plus 10 minus 5 times d, it's going to be, actually the d is the question mark here, because A10 and A5 it is given. So 34 is equal to 14 plus 5 times d, and 34 minus 14 is equal to 5d. 20 is equal to 5d, and 20 over 5 is equal to d is going to be. Okay, here we are going to find Again, by using the advanced term formula, we are going to find the a10 minus a7. Here maybe we don't know the common difference, but we know this one. A9 is equal to a2 plus 42, which means a9 is equal to, we know this one also, a9 is equal to a2 plus, at the same time, 9 minus 2 times d at the same time. And from the advanced term formula, I write that one. It's equal to n minus p times d. It's going to be okay. Then a9 is equal to a2 plus 7d, and in this case, if it is equal to a2 plus 42, from the top I wrote that one, and how I got this one I didn't write. A9 minus a2 is equal to 42. I sent the a2 to the other side. Okay, then it means that a2 and a2, if you simplify, 7d is going to be equal to 42. D, then it's going to be 42 over 7. D is going to be equal to 6. Then a10 minus a7, is going to be equal to, it's going to be equal to 3d. 10 minus 7d it's going to be, and I wrote this one by using the advanced term formula, because I know that a10 is equal to a7 plus 10 minus 7d, and if I change the side of a7, it's going to be like this. Then a10 minus a7 is equal to 3 times d. a10 minus a7 is going to be equal to 3 times 6. a10 minus a7 is going to be equal to 18. Okay, now we have terms in the sequence, and these are 5 consecutive terms of the arithmetic sequence. Find x, y, and z, it says. These are the first 5 terms, so this is going to be a1, and this is a2, a3, a4, and the last one here, 24, is a5. It's going to be. So a5 is going to be equal to a1 plus 4 times d, which is n minus 1 d, and a5 is equal to, if it is 4 times d, I know also 25, this is, pardon, 24 it is, and this is 24 is equal to 4 plus 4d it's going to be, and the a1 I know that it's equal to 4 from the terms of the sequences, and 24 minus 4, it's going to be equal to 4d, and 20 is going to be equal to 4d, and d is going to be equal to 20 over 4, and d is equal to 5. It's going to be. By the way, I didn't write here the formula, but I used the general term formula, a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Also, you can apply this one as a general term formula, like an is equal to a p, this number when it becomes p, this n minus p, it becomes plus n minus p times d. Also, you can use both of the formula here. Okay, then the question is asking find x, y, z. So x is equal to a1 plus d, x is equal to 4 plus 5, which is equal to 9. Y is equal to 9 plus 5, x plus d it's going to be, and it's going to be equal to 14. then the z is equal to 14 plus 5, which is equal to 19 is going to be, which is also y plus d. Okay, and here you can find if the common difference is 5, you are going to add 4, 5, then it's going to be 9, and you are going to add to 9, 5, and it's going to be equal to 14, and you are going to add 5, and you are going to find the next term, that's 19, and when you add 5, you are going to find that's equal to 24 is going to be. Okay, the next question. We insert 5 numbers in increasing order between 12 and 42. So it's going to be like this, 12 and 42 we are going to write, and we are going to write 5 different numbers between them. Q, let's write 5 different numbers between them. Yes, it means that this is A1 and this is the sequence. There's a sequence, arithmetic sequence this is, and this is the first term of the arithmetic sequence. This is the A2, A3, A4, A5, A6 and A7 it must be. Then AN is equal to A1 plus n minus 1 times D is going to be, and A7 is equal to A1 plus 7 minus 1 D is going to be, and A7 is equal to 42 is equal to 12 plus 60, and when you subtract 42 over 42 minus 12 is equal to 60, 30 is equal to 60, 30 over 6 is going to be equal to D, D is equal to 5 we are going to find. Okay, then the next term when you want to find, we are going to add 5, and the next term it's going to be A2 is going to be, A2 is equal to A1 plus 5, the common difference, D, A1 plus D it's going to be, and A2 is equal to 12 plus 5, which is equal to 17. A3 is equal to 17 plus 5, which is equal to 22. A4 is equal to 22 plus 5 is equal to 27, and A5 is equal to 27 plus 5, which is equal to 32. A6 is equal to 32 plus 5, which is equal to 37, and the first term is 12, the last term is 42, and we have written all the terms between the 5 terms between 12 and 42, and this is also arithmetic sequence because there is a common difference between them, and that common difference is 5 is going to be. Okay, this is the here in this question we are going to try to find also A2 plus A14 if A8 is given. By the way, here the A8 is not, let me tell you, A8 is not randomly one number, because A2 and A14, when you calculate, you are going to recognize, you are going to understand that one. This sum is related with A8. If you remember, An is equal to A1 plus n minus 1 times D, we said. And with respect to that one, A8 is going to be equal to, A8 is equal to A1 plus 7D it's going to be. And it means that 10 is equal to A1 plus 7D. If I know this one only, how I can find two different? Because here A1 I don't know and D I don't know. But when you check the question, A2 and A14, again I'm repeating this part, I cannot find the A1 and A2 D values because I don't have two different equations. And without using two different equations, you need to solve the second equation. So this is very difficult for us. This is not possible for us, and it's going to be A1 plus A2 is equal to A1 plus D, and A14 is equal to A1 plus 13D, and when you add them, 2A1 plus 14D it's going to be, and when you get two brackets, it's going to be A1 plus 7D it's going to be, which is A8 at the same time. So it's equal to 2 times 10, which is equal to 20. So A2 plus A14 is equal to 20 it's going to be. And I'm repeating this one. These numbers, especially for this kind of questions, this 2, it should give the double of this one. Only in that case we can solve these questions. Okay, fill in the blanks for my arithmetic sequence. Here, this is not the first term, and this is the last term, but this is not the first term. That's why we have to be careful about that one. A2, A3, A4. This is the fifth term, A5, and A6, A7, A8, and this is the ninth term, A9. So how to find here the arithmetic sequence? We are going to find by using the advanced general term formula. An is equal to AP plus n minus p times d is going to be our formula. So A9 is given. A9 is equal to A5 plus n minus, and here it's 9 minus 5 times d it's going to be, and A5 and A9 it is given, so we can replace them. 14 is equal to 2 plus 4d is going to be, and 14 minus 2 is equal to 14 minus 2 is going to be equal to 4d. 12 is equal to 4d. d is going to be equal to 12 over 4, which is equal to 3. So d is equal to 3. And with respect to this one, I'm going to solve the question, because the difference between them plus 3 it should be. So A6 is equal to A5 plus d. A7 is equal to A6 plus d. A8 is equal to A7 plus d. So we are going to find here A5 is 2 plus 3 common difference, which is 5, and 5 plus 3, which is 8, and 8 plus 3, which is equal to 11. 11 plus 3, that makes 14. And we are going to find the previous terms, and A4 is going to be equal to A5 is going to be equal to A5 is going to be at the same. A5 is equal to A4 plus d, and A5 is going to be A5 minus d is going to be equal to A4, which means 2 minus 3 is going to be equal to A4, so it's equal to minus 1. So this is going to be minus 1. If you subtract 3, minus 4. If you subtract 3, minus 3, and minus 3 I'm going to write here, and it's going to be equal to minus 7. If you subtract again minus 3, it's going to be equal to minus 10.